We're bringing you as many stories of the Canadians who died as we possibly can over these hours this morning and over the days to come, and speaking to people who knew them best to pay tribute. Let me show you a photo of two of the Canadians who died, Iman and Parinaz Garapana. They were married, very active in the Iranian community in Toronto, and they were killed on the plane crash this week when it went down just outside of Tehran. Ramin Alaen is the brother-in-law to Iman, the sister-in-law to Parinaz. She is his wife's sister, and he is my guest this morning in Toronto. Ramin, thank you for being our guest this morning, and firstly and most importantly, our very sincere condolences to you and to all of your family.
Good morning. Thank you very much.
Iman and Parinaz, as I understand it, were coming back home, obviously. They were in Iran, coming back to Toronto. Had they been there for holidays, or had they been there to visit? Why were they back in Iran?
Yeah, they've been for the holiday for 2 weeks, and I don't know, somehow they rushed to go back, and then they had another plan to come back to Toronto. They should arrive to Toronto at 3 p.m. and then they had another flight to go to somewhere and take a cruise, because Parinaz won the prize from RBC, the cruise prize from RBC, and we're expecting them to come here at 3 p.m.
And then she was off on something else that she'd earned through her work there, so would have been very excited about that. Did you hear from them at all before they got on the plane in Tehran? Had you heard about their plans to come home, or tell me about the last conversation you had with them?
The last conversation Iman had with my wife, with his sister, and then he told her, Afsana, you cannot believe it. The airport is so busy. We can't go further. There is 500 persons in front of me. It's so busy. I hope we can arrive on time because we have another flight. And then the last picture that he sent, it was to his father. He sent the last picture exactly 5 minutes before the takeoff. He said the picture said, Dad, we are coming soon. And the dad said, hey, I'm wishing you safe flight. And what he said, the last word was, please pray for us.
Please pray for us. And he said that not knowing what, of course, would have been to come. I was thinking that they would have been very interested in phoning you and finding out what was going on here at home because of what has been happening in your own family with your own wife. As I speak to you at North York Hospital, tell me a little bit about what you were experiencing and your wife were experiencing just yesterday.
Oh, it was very hard to say. To be honest, my wife was the last person, because we tried to just because my wife delivered the baby at 11:39 a.m. yesterday.
Okay.
And she was expecting
I didn't tell people that, Ramin, so I was going to let you do that. So the unbelievable twist in your unfortunate story is that your sister-in-law was dying as her sister, your wife, was in hospital giving birth. Exactly. Let's just let that sink in.
Yeah. And we went to the hospital yesterday, and then to be honest, my wife, one of our friends, they called me, hey, Ramin, it's happened to the Iman and Parinaz. Please just keep the phone away. Just try to not get them not understand about what's happening. I try to take the Wi-Fi off. I try to get my wife's phone. I say, hey, please go to sleep. We have to deliver the baby tomorrow. Please try to just rest at home. And what she does, she went to the washroom, and then she just checked the last news, and she saw that's happened to the Ukrainian flight. She came back. She said, hey, Rami, this is happening to us. I said, no. They had 2 flights. Don't worry. Iman called me and said, we are on the flight. We are on the way. And to be honest, Afsana, he is now on the way. And they did the flight. Don't worry. She said, no, they had only 1 flight. It was very hard to just keep her away about the accident, about the crash, but they never give up. And then the mother was by me at home, and they were trying to just figure out what's happened. It was a hard time for me, to be honest.
I was just going to say, I can't even imagine. You know, and you're trying your very best to keep it all away from your wife and from your family.
It was very hard. The mom, Iman's mom, was expecting something happened. He said, hey, you are lying to me. I said, no, nothing happened. Please, I swear to God, they are on the way. They are now in the sky. They took the flight. Don't worry, it was another different flight. I just want to make my wife calm to just deliver the baby at 9 or 10 a.m. And it was very hard. We couldn't sleep last night, and then we just drive to the hospital. I just keep the phone away from my mother-in-law and my wife.
Yes.
Because I didn't want to have them a shock perspective.
So when in the end, Ramin, did you finally tell your wife, Afsana? When did you finally tell her and confirm what had happened?
We told Iman's mom at 3 p.m. yesterday, and my wife, we told her at 5 p.m.
So on this day, when you have experienced unimaginable joy at the birth of a baby, here you have unspeakable sadness. Can you just have you been reflecting on that, the timing of that, the convergence of that?
To be honest, I told my wife, I told my mother-in-law, look, God took somebody from us, but they give us a new one. Please just think this is my baby's Iman or Parina's soul in it. Please just think they took it from us, now we have a new one.
And tell me about your baby. Is it a baby girl, baby boy?
It's a baby girl. I think she's a tough girl. She just came in this situation. She's 350 kilogram. She's 48 centimeters tall, and her name is Maya Mercedes.
That's a beautiful smile you just shared with me through all of this story of such sadness.
I have no other choice.
I wasn't sure. I wasn't sure if you might name her Parinas.
I swear to God, today morning, I wanted to offer my wife, if she agree, we can do it. Because on all documents, is the name with Maya Mercedes. But today morning at 5 a.m., I was thinking about that because I was alone. The baby was on my shoulder here. I said, we can name her Pirates.
But maybe, in fact, you don't want her to be associated with such a sad moment for your family, although it's also a tribute to your incredible sister-in-law. Tell me a little bit about, now, as you reflect on them, on Iman and on Parinas, what do you want us to know about your relatives as we remember them as well, Ramin?
I hope these acts and this crash is not part of the politic game. That's what I am hoping.
Not part of a political game? Is that what you said?
Yeah. Yes.
Well, that's really interesting that you should raise that. I mean, we certainly heard from the Prime Minister yesterday, aware that Canadians, and particularly Iranian communities across the country, have a lot of questions about what caused the crash and caused the death of so many loved ones. For you, on that point, what is the most important thing that you want to learn?
I can't tell anything because I couldn't follow up the social media, to be honest. I was trying to just keep my phone away, to just stay with my wife. I couldn't follow and see what's going on, what's happening. It was the only hope. I hope it's not a part of the political game. I hope it's not.
Well, the investigation is underway, and hopefully you will get those answers that you and your family will be looking for. Is this your first child by any chance, Ramin?
Yes, it was our first child, yes. The first grandchild in this family, yes.
Well, you go hug your new daughter and your wife. And again, our thoughts are with you and your family at this, what a time of emotion and such a range of emotion for you. But I thank you very much for the time this morning.
My pleasure. My pleasure, and my condolences to all of the victims and their family.
Ramin, thank you.
Thank you. Have a good day.